Hello, 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 friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you may be in the world. Welcome to what is this? Just stuff, just doing its own thing. Welcome to another Furls Friday, Friday, as some of you have coined it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the party. Really excited that you all have decided to join me. Let me say my hellos to those of you already in the chat, chatting it up. Hello to Jessica and Ruth. Hey, Miss Olajo and Miss Francis. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who else do we have here? Just the three of you. Come on in, folks. Let me know who you are, where you're coming in from. We're going to have a really great show today. Hey, Danielle and Styles Plenty. Monica, hello, hello. Welcome to the party. Come on in, everybody. Let the people know that we are now live, and it is Friday. Yay! I know. Doing the most. It is Friday. Hi, Charlotte. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so glad that you all are here. This week we've had 2 lives. Not sure if you guys joined on Tuesday. Pam with spilling of the beans. She ain't really spilled no beans on Tuesday, but she had Lisa Chori with her Coco Lee, which was really cool. She has a new book coming out, a Disney Villains book, which looks really, really cool. And we had a new hook release. I showed it to y'all last week, but here is the fabulous, spooky Vixen hook. It is, do y'all see the transparency in mine? That's nice. So these beautiful hooks are available. I believe they are limited edition. So if you are in the market interested in some resin hooks, these are the ones you need to get for the holiday, which is Halloween upcoming. Super pretty, right? I love them. What else I need to tell y'all? Congratulations to the winner. There were 2 prizes this week. One was for Vixen Hooks and Book, and that winner is Monica V of California. Congratulations to you, Monica. You are the winner of Vixen's Hooks and Book. Congratulations to you. And then we have one winner for a book, and it's Catherine C of California. So California was representing this week. Congratulations to you guys. Next week's prize is going to be 3 Vixen hooks. Now, I say this all the time, and I'm just going to say it again. These hooks were just released. Who does a giveaway with brand new stuff? Furls Crochet, Furls Fiber Arts. They the ones who be giving away stuff that is just release. So make sure that you sign up for the giveaways if you have not done so already. Make sure that you do it this week so that you can be in the runnings to win 3 of these new beautiful hooks. They're really pretty. I was talking to Pam earlier this week, and I said they remind me of, you know how in the cartoons they have the witch's brew and they're making a witch's brew, and sometimes the flashing lights that come out are like green and like real mystical. That's what these hooks say to me. They're really pretty. My lighting, of course, is not doing them any justice. Definitely go and check them out on the website. They are absolutely beautiful resin hooks, and you need to get them because I believe they are limited edition. And then let's see, coming up next week, we have a trick or treat event on Halloween, which is October 31st, 2 days before my birthday. I'm just saying. And there will be 31 treats added to random packages. And the first 5,000 orders get a Halloween sticker. I showed you guys the sticker last week, but here it is again. Little furls. I don't know what animal this is supposed to be. A sheep, a goat, a sheep. I guess it would make sense if it was a sheep, right? It's cute though. So that is the goings ons, right? I covered everything. I think I covered everything. Welcome to everybody who finally joined us here. I'm acting like I've been on for 10 minutes, but I haven't. Only been on for 4 minutes. But welcome to it's a goat. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you to everyone who joined. Today we have a very, very, very special guest. Y'all know I like to introduce y'all to people. A couple of weeks ago, I was supposed to have the young lady who creates those ginormous amigurumi. Unfortunately, she had a family situation. I checked in on her yesterday, and she is definitely in need of our thoughts and prayers. So send one up for Shayla of you know the name of her brand is slipping my mind, but she does the giant amigurumi. Please keep her in your thoughts and prayers. She needs them right now, and hopefully we'll be able to reschedule. But today we have an amazing, amazing, amazing guest who is a super talented artist. Like I said, I love introducing you all to new people. So today I get the pleasure of introducing you to Kandy Lopez, who is a amazing person, and we're going to learn all about her together. So please help me welcome Kandy G. Lopez.
Hey,
Welcome to the party.
this is
Thank you.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Heather is always on the hunt for new and exciting people to introduce our audience to. And thankfully, you came up on a list. And I was looking at your Instagram and was like, wait, what? So, can you introduce yourself to the audience? Let us know why in the world Furls is interested in having a chat with you.
Hi everyone. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for Heather for bringing us together as well. My name is Kandy. I am a portrait maker. Right now, my works deal with fiber, so I'm creating larger than life portraits of people of color, people from my community. So I think I'm part of this because it has to deal with fiber. And I feel like I'm pretty new to fiber. Like I started
Mm,
working on some pieces and like 10 years ago, but I definitely fell in love with it in 2021.
very cool. So, wow. So you just started using so what fiber are you using? I see balls of yarn behind you, skeins of yarn behind you. So what types of fiber are you using? And then I'm going to show the audience some of your artwork and they'll be like, wait, what? So
It it's a variety. So there's like loops and hoops, which I buy, which is like the cotton brand. I
Mhm,
also have wool. So I use wool ease as
mhm.
well. Where's my other babies? I think this is another wool one as well. There's a Hue and Me. So I
Okay.
usually buy them or get them gifted. Like people end up going to the stores and there's like
Mhm,
clearance.
mhm,
Hey
mhm.
everybody, I see them on the chat. And they send me some because it's on clearance and they're like Candy might use them, or like if someone's relative has passed away or if they like worked on a project that they're not using yarn anymore, they'll like ship them to me, which is amazing.
Oh.
Sometimes I need a specific color and I end up going to either the Michaels that's around me or Hobby Lobby,
Mhm.
or Walmart sometimes has some really cool ones as well. I like the texture and the variety of ways of creating them. Oh, look at
Okay.
that.
Yes. So I had to pull something up so that the folks could see what we're talking about today. So can you explain to us what this is? It looks gigantic.
So actually I'm working on the negative of that
Oops.
that's behind me in the studio right now.
Mhm.
That piece is 60 inches by 45 inches. That's a
Wow.
medium size.
Mhm,
It is yarn on hook rug mesh.
mhm,
I am not a crocheter or know any of the stitching techniques that you would use. So like the technical questions, I'm not sure. What
okay.
I create is experimental. So
Mhm,
I skip a lot of holes. I am embroidering, so it's like freehand embroidery
mhm,
on this hook rug mesh. Initially the pieces were supposed to be on the floor,
mhm.
and they were political and social statements of what happens to people of color in this country and throughout the world, to be honest.
Mhm.
And eventually when I started bringing in color, they became powerful on their own and something that I thought needed to be uplifted onto the walls and also suspended in space so they get in the way or take up space where you have to like move around the person to look at the work.
My goodness. So I'm just looking at this and I'm like, look at how you've used the different colors to really bring this person to life. What tools are you using to put this on the mesh?
So I have blunt needles that I
Mhm.
end up using. They're different sizes depending on how thick the yarn is that I'm using.
Mhm.
And I'm just pulling it through. So it's a knotting the end and then pulling it through the holes and skipping a lot of spaces because I am a very impatient artist. I try to get these done in a week.
Oh, what?
So yeah, Yani, the one that you're looking at right now,
Mhm.
is a little special because I had 3 days to get her done um, for a solo show that's opening November 1st in New York.
Oh my goodness, where at in New York?
So I'm represented by ACA Galleries. They
Hmm.
are in Chelsea on 10th and 20th. It's like a corner gallery,
Okay.
and you'll be able to see the work like the minute you walk from 10th to 20th. It doesn't really matter like that triangle that's there because their gallery is glass
Okay.
setting.
Hmm.
So you'll see the pieces already on the glass as if people are like literally standing there because they are bigger than life size. So they look like a person is just floating in the
Oh
space.
my goodness. And how long will it be there?
So it'll be up until January 10th.
Okay, great. I have time to go and see it
You
because
should
I am going
come.
to see it. Oh, I'm absolutely coming. That
It's a
like
party. It opens November 1st.
mhm.
The reception is from 3 to 5, which I'm
Okay.
thinking is probably going to be 3 to 6 or something like that.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's the day. It's birthday time for me, so that's the day
Yay,
before my
happy
birthday. Thank
birthday!
you, girl. That's the day before my birthday, so that's something that I could definitely do. I'm going to Connecticut that evening, but absolutely can stop by there on my way up. I'm feeling this. Tell me how, like, so what is your? I won't say your main art. Um, what's the word I want to use?
Style.
Medium or style. But when did you get into art? Like, how did tell us about you? I'm gonna stop sharing for a minute and then we'll come back to this in a minute. But tell us
Um,
about you.
I didn't know I wanted to be an artist at all. It was just so I'm from Jersey
Mhm.
and I grew up in Miami, Florida. My parents divorced, so we ended up coming back down. Well, we ended up coming down to Miami. And I met a friend in school. My parents are Dominican,
Mhm.
and my friend was Dominican as well. And
Mhm.
she loved to dance. It's part of our culture, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Part of the rhythm, part of our ancestry.
Yes.
And we decided that we were going to go to a magnet program for
Mm.
elementary school. And I love dance. So we ended up going to a dance magnet program in the inner city of Miami.
Mhm.
And that was the first time where I felt like, oh, these are my people. Like I
Mm.
understand where I am, but I'm also like not them at the same time because of the multiculturalness of my identity.
Mhm.
But I felt seen in that space. Um, but dance, I love dance, but I am not a dancer. Like
Okay.
I cannot do ballet. Like I cannot stretch. Like I love watching it,
Yeah.
but that was something I couldn't do. So my best friend wanted to continue that pursuit for
Mhm.
middle school, and I'm like, okay, so she's gonna go to a magnet program.
Mm.
So I need to figure out what art form I'm gonna do to be with her, right?
Wow.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
didn't pick dance, obviously. Music, I love listening to, but I've already played instruments and that wasn't my jam.
Mhm.
And then theater, you can read my face. So I was like, I can't act for nothing. So the only thing that was left, honestly, was art. And it wasn't like I wasn't drawing. I just like picked it up and I'm like, I wasn't good either. It was really bad. I did the audition. I think they just needed students. and I got in.
Mhm.
And then I by 7th grade I like fell in love with drawing people.
Mm.
And then I was like, well, this is something that's like really complicated for me, more complicated than landscapes or objects. Like,
Mm.
I like the complexity of the variety of the ways that we look.
Mhm.
And then from there, our middle school teachers really pushed us inner city kids to go to the best art school for high school,
Wow.
which the high school students, I mean, professors pushed us to get into the best colleges for art in the US.
Wow.
So I ended up going to New World School of the Arts in South Florida,
Hmm.
which is like, if you guys watch the movie Fame,
Hmm.
it's
Of
just like
course.
that. It was
Wow.
crazy. And they had funding. And that's the first time that I noticed what or how funding really affects the opportunities for young adults and people.
Hmm.
Like, my middle school was underfunded, predominantly Black, brown people inside of the
Hmm.
space. We
Hmm.
shared a lot of things. We were very resourceful with the materials that we were given,
Hmm.
but we learned how to play with a lot of different materials and how to get creative in middle school. We
Wow.
learned about all the different colors and using the dark room and all those things in middle school.
Mm.
So by the time we got to high school, we were prepared to do the things that we needed to do with better quality material.
Yes. Yes.
All of that to say is, middle school was a very important time in my life.
Mm.
High school showed me why. And by the time I got to my undergrad, I knew that I wanted to teach. And I knew that teaching would give me the opportunity to have summers off and to have a studio space, and
Yeah.
maybe one day to have a family where I can do all of the things at once.
I love that. I love, love, love all of it. Are you still friends with your elementary school friend?
We're still in touch, but no, we made like other friends.
Okay. Yeah, that happens, especially when you take two different paths. But I
Hmm.
love that, it was community that brought you to this love, and you're still using community in your art. I like that's dope. I think
Thanks.
that's amazing to be able to have that thread that started all the way back then and has led you up to this point in your life. Where do you teach?
I teach at Nova Southeastern University, which is
Okay.
in Davie, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, close to Miami.
Okay.
And I've been here for 10 years.
Wow.
So I was the director until last year. I went on
Mhm.
sabbatical for a year,
Mhm.
and that has propelled my career to the point where like I don't have time for like admin stuff. So I had to let that go, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I have to like focus on teaching, which is another love that I have, like I mentioned, and the art side.
Mhm. Mhm.
So those are the two things that I'm like really working on while I'm here. So the students get to see me work, and I also
Mhm.
work with the students.
So they get to see a true artist. Like, you
Mm,
know what I mean? You know how a lot of times professors are they you can't do it, so you're just gonna teach it.
yeah,
But they
that
get to
thing is
see,
bullshit. Sorry. I'm like, there's a way. It's just there's a lot of sacrificing
yeah.
and balancing, and honestly, like, I'm also privileged in the fact that my parents are here and my husband's parents are here. So the support system is really great.
Can we talk about this piece?
Oh yeah, my East by
Because
Mila series.
just tell us. Just talk. Just just talk.
S- So I talked a little bit about like my identity. Um, when I was in Jersey in the 80s, there was a lot of racism that was
Mhm.
happening, but I was
Mhm.
also young, so like I didn't understand the slurs. And then when I landed in Miami, Florida, I landed in Hialeah, which is like predominantly light-skinned Cubans, Venezuelans, Colombians.
Mhm.
Um, and not that there were slurs, but there was energy and looks and certain terms that in the Caribbean culture seem like they're endearing, but there's really something underneath that. So again, when I got to elementary school, was the first time that I felt like, oh, I understand what this is. I understand like how I fit in inside of this space. But like identifying myself as black
Mhm.
only also left me with like, okay, well, what does it mean to be Dominican?
Right.
Because I understand Black America, but
Right.
like, where is the side that like I don't fit in either, right?
Mhm.
So there was a lot of reading that was happening during undergrad and grad school, and
Mhm.
eventually like even as a professor, like trying to understand the history of the island.
Mhm.
And I felt like reading about it really inspired this series. So this is the Hispaniola series that you guys are looking at.
Mhm.
This one's called The Commanders. They are images of my cousin's child. So her name's Mia, and she's to the right,
Mhm.
and she's half Dominican, half Haitian. And
Mm.
then she's holding hands with her cousin, who is Native American and also Dominican Haitian.
Wow.
So, and I've done, so this is the fourth one of five that I've created, and each one there's a little difference in them. So it's either skin color, or it's like their hands aren't touching, or one's wearing shoes while the other one is not, or
Mm.
one is standing while the other one is sitting. So
Mhm.
there's a lot of social issues that happen within this work.
Mhm.
They're also engulfed in like this golden grid. So
Mhm.
sometimes I end up spray painting my backgrounds gold.
Mm.
I think a lot about our history, and those that were represented with um, gold leaf,
Mm.
and what that means with art history, and
Mhm.
how we were not represented, or if we were, it was in service
Mm.
or in pleasure.
Mhm.
So when I create my compositions, I think a lot about our history and how we're seen. And
Yeah.
usually I'm taking pictures of the people on the ground. So I'm looking up at the person, which is
Oh.
another reason why when they are exhibited, my viewers are looking up at them,
Mm.
and they are seated or standing looking down at the viewer.
Wow. Wow. So somebody did ask in the comments about the background. So can you explain a little bit? You said that it's on mesh,
Yeah, hook rug mesh,
hook rug mesh. Okay.
which is the backing of a rug.
Uh-huh.
It's also used for hook rugging, which I don't know how to do. I just needed a background that had holes so that
Yeah.
I can literally pull the yarn through the holes.
Yeah. And this
And
is all yarn.
that's all yarn.
Oh
So
my.
I'm a painter at heart. So
Mm.
I am obsessed with painting. I love light. I love variety in color and shifts. I love transparency, which is another reason why I use the hook rug mesh,
Mm-hmm.
because when it's well, it's not transparent, but the holes make it feel transparent.
Yeah.
So depending on the color of your wall,
Mm-hmm.
or depending if you're like gonna suspend it by a window,
Mm-hmm.
the
The light.
image changes,
Yeah,
right?
the light. Wow.
And then you also become part of the space,
Mm.
and you can also see the back, which the backs are so important for me.
Yeah. Wow. So wow. Okay, you said painting was your first love. Do you like how do you even start? Do you sketch it first? I'm sorry. I'm just amazed. I'm sorry. I know I just get all animated and everything because I'm looking at it and I'm looking at the way you used color and just talking about light, like at the bottom of her skirt. Like there's so much detail and light detail in here. How did you do this? Did you trace it first and then put okay, I'm sorry.
So I start with the picture. So I have, so for this one, the Hispaniola series, I already had my ideas set out.
Uh-huh.
So it's just finding the models, and I knew that I wanted it to be like close family and friends because I
Mhm.
knew their background, so it's easier to tell their stories.
Mhm.
Um, so I start with the image, take a picture, I print it out, regular 8 by 10 or 11 by 17, a nice size.
Mm-hmm.
And then I use proportions to figure out how big I'm supposed to cut this hook rug mesh, because I
Mm-hmm.
want it to at least be 60 inches wide.
Mm-hmm.
It lays nicely when it's that wide.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then once I find the proportions, I do a gesture. I give myself 10 minutes to draw on the hook rug mesh with an expo marker. Um, I I also love a challenge, like I said.
Uh-huh.
So with the gesture drawing or the quick drawing, it's a way of I'm challenging myself to get it right the first time. Now, has
Mm.
that happened before? Maybe twice out of all of the pieces that I've made, it's been right.
Mm.
But I love the challenge of doing it that way. So once I draw it, I roll it up,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm pinning it to the walls
Mm-hmm.
with regular, pins, and then I start with the eyes. Um,
Wow.
I love starting with the eyes. The eyes need to be looking at the viewer everywhere in the room. And I like when there's an exhibition where my pieces are like in a room and all of the sitters are looking at the viewers at the
Yeah.
same time.
Oh, girl. I'm gonna go to the next one because I'm just like, look at this.
So that's Paper Water. They are a duo music group here in Miami, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I met them because one of them is dating one of my models that I'm obsessed with. Her name is Jade.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know how many pieces of Jade. It has to be like 10. Jade Lily. She also has an Instagram, and she also is on, you just Google Jade Lily artist and she'll come up.
Okay.
And she's a beautiful photographer as well.
Mm.
Like, I fell in love with her photographs before I even knew who she was.
Wow.
Um, and she's connected through my husband's best friend's sister. So it's like finding
Yes.
people through people is
Yeah.
something that I enjoy because it's building a community
Yes.
in that space. So, and
Yes.
then people start seeing themselves in the exhibits, and then I find new people because they're swaggy. So they're
Yeah.
like with other swaggy people, and I'm like, who is that?
But so okay. Somebody already put in the comments, you captured Scooby-Doo. So not only like did you make these people look like a picture, you're doing the artwork that's on what they see. You got me all tongue-tied and flabbergasted and I can't speak. OMG. What's next? Lord have mercy. Okay.
So
She's moving. She's
that
moving.
that's Miyaku. I met Miyaku at the Armory in 2023. I think it was 2023. I had a group show. This is going to sound crazy, but with Dinka, who's an amazing artist, and Ringgold, who I was like, I went into the Armory and I just wanted to cry because even like the idea of just being in the Armory is a thing, but like being in a space with these magical women,
Yeah.
imposter syndrome is still alive and well. Like
Yeah.
I fight it every single day, but
Mhm.
I'm also like, how is my work next to this woman's
Yeah.
work? Like,
Yeah.
it's wild. So Miyaku,
Mhm.
when I went to the Armory, I was like, talking to people and seeing, it was my first time, so I'm like, being a good artist. And then I am a people watcher. So I'm
Mhm.
sitting down and they're like, Kandy, do you want to go look at the art? I was like, no, I'm already looking at art. Like, people are walking
Mhm.
around.
Mhm.
So Miyaku comes with this outfit on, and I see her. There's just certain people that like grab your attention.
Yes.
And I saw her walking, and I was with my husband, and my husband already knows my drill and my look. So he looks at me and he's like, you have to do it. And I'm like, I know. But I also get nervous.
Yeah.
So I just said, if the energy's there, it'll happen and she'll come back.
Yeah.
If she comes back, if she walks back through, then I'll go and I'll ask her.
Mhm.
But that's just also me like not wanting to do it and hoping that she doesn't come back so that I don't have to ask her. So 20 minutes later,
Uh,
she comes back and she comes into the booth.
mm,
So I'm like, dang. So I
no
approached
excuses.
her
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, hey, I'm an artist. This is my piece. And she was like super, sweet and like it was amazing. And then I was like, would you like to be one of my models? Oh my,
Mm.
and she started crying. And I'm like, oh no, this is a problem. Because I'm also very emotional. I'm a cancer baby. So I'm just
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
like, okay. And then she's like, I'm in this part of my life where like I've asked the spirits for a sign because I let a job go that I really wanted to do because it wasn't the right fit, but I'm not
Mm.
sure if that was the right thing to do. So I asked the spirits to send me a sign. And now
Wow.
you're telling me exactly what it is that I was scared of,
Wow.
which is her fashion. Like she's super swag. Like she can transform an outfit.
Yeah.
Follow her, Miyaku,
Miyako.
on Instagram,
Okay.
Miyako. It's like Miyaku Beauty. So she's the next year I had a solo show at the Armory and she was in the show. And she came dressed exactly how she was for the show. And so there
Wow.
was lots of tears happening in that space. So this one's a really special piece for
It's
me.
beautiful. Even, I mean, y'all, do y'all see the nail polish? Like, even down to the nail polish. Incredible. Seriously?
This is Justice Dwight. He's also on Instagram. Instagram is like my another way of people watching besides like people watching live. Like I can people watch
Absolutely.
online.
Absolutely.
So I followed Justice on Instagram a few years back and he always wears a beret.
Mm,
And that's important because I ended up having a show in Virginia at Viz
mhm,
Arts
mhm,
Center in Richmond.
mhm.
And I saw this guy and he looked just like this guy I was following and he had a beret. And I'm like, is that Justice?
Right.
So whatever, I'm talking to people about my work and my works are up. And then he approaches me and I'm like, are you Justice? And he's like, no way, you know who I am. I was like, yes, I follow you on Instagram. And he's like, oh my God. So he's also an artist as well.
Mhm.
And his art is also dope. So he became another one of my models. And I've done, I think, 5 separate Justices. So this is one called Justice. There's also Justice Served, where he's like serving a look. And then the other piece is called Poetic Justice, because
Mhm.
he has like this outfit that looks like he's a poet.
Mhm.
But even with the titles, I'm also thinking about what's happening in America. So there's
Yes.
they look beautiful, but
Mhm.
there's still the undertones of race and class
Yes.
and justice
Yeah.
or lack thereof.
Yeah. I mean, the comments, people are like, the pop on those pants is everything, such amazing detail. The chair that's not really there. Like, it's just the shoes. It just, okay. Oh, hello, people.
I really
I
like
just,
the complexity of well, I like it and I don't like it at the same time when people choose like outfits that I'm like, how am I supposed to make that? Oh, the City Girls is a perfect example
this
of that.
one.
Yes. So this is
So,
the biggest piece I've done. This is 14 feet by 7.5 feet. And the girl in the middle, I think that there's like close-up shots. That's Jade. So Jade has her, group of girls, and this piece is called City Girls, dedicated to the rap group, but also to just being a city girl. Um, and I just told them, hey, I want to do 7 women
mhm,
and I wanted to be a group. I already knew 5 of the women that were
mhm,
part of this group.
mhm,
Can you find 2 more?
mhm,
And she's like, sure, no problem. I said, okay, well, just find a place wherever you guys feel the most comfortable, wear whatever it is that you feel the most swaggiest in.
Mm.
So I get to the place and I saw the outfits and I'm just like, oh my God. And she's like, we
Oh,
could change. I was like, no, 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 no. I'm going to figure out how to do those pants.
yeah.
I'm going to figure out how to do the yarn dress that you crocheted yourself and made it into a dress. I'm going to figure out how to do that purse that had pearls on it. Like it was just, I'm going to figure out how to do the plant that's in your hair because she's a florist, Seisuki. So they came like ready.
Look
And
at
I was
this. Look at I just
so I had 3 weeks to
incredible.
complete this piece, which means my family didn't really see me that much during the weekend.
I'm sure.
Because I had a deadline because I wanted it to be part of Expo Chicago. Like
Hmm.
I wanted it to be in a city and in a city that had a large population of minorities. Like that is so important for me for people to see themselves in spaces where they might not feel comfortable or they
Yeah.
might not see themselves. Because I remember as a student learning our history
Hmm.
and not seeing me in anything.
Right. Right.
So it's like
I
me
just
making as many pieces as possible in my life so that at some point it's equal. You know?
she has a split in her skirt and you captured that. Like I feel like somebody definitely said, the attention to detail, it just makes the piece so stunning. Did you work on like one person at a time? Did you like
This so I've never done 7 before. Like the most I've done full body was 2 people.
mhm,
And then the most faces I've done on one piece was 3, but it
mhm.
wasn't full body. So this was the first time where I like had to figure out how I'm gonna move through the people.
Yeah.
So Jade
Yeah.
was like in the middle. So
Mhm.
everything was calculated with Jade. So if
Mm,
her knee is here, how far is her elbow from her knee? And
right.
then where does Gianna start behind her? So like my drawings had to be somewhat precise for
Yeah.
me to get it so that it looks like they're in this group. And
Right.
I get questions often like, was this Photoshop? No. Like I took a picture of all these women and like there was a lot of pictures and I just picked the one that felt like it would be the most powerful in a space. Um and when they're all depicted, you know.
It's
So
beautiful.
it was the most complicated piece I've done. And then I did City Boys
Wait,
and
where's that at?
it's somewhere on
It's on
here,
here?
I think. Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
it's the first
Oh,
video.
wait, where?
The first video.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully you don't hear me talking. Okay, good. So this is the City Boys. This was so the girls was complicated because Jade was at the center, but with the City Boys, it's their entire outfits.
Holy, look at the sneakers, y'all. Do y'all see the sneakers? Do y'all see the kicks?
I love sneakers.
Wow. Wow.
So like from up close, it's but from far away, I like that it looks painterly because that's how I am freehanding the embroidery is like a painter. So the yarn is just my paint swabs.
Yes.
But another thing too with yarn is that there's so much variety in not only what it's made out of, but also color and
Yes.
texture
The texture.
that
Yeah.
I can't get with painting. Like I could put so much medium on a canvas. I can cut things up. I can
Yeah.
make things flat. You could, drop alcohol on it so it spreads, but it's not the same when it's yarn because there's so much and things continue to evolve where like I'll go to the store and just buy a ball of yarn because it's an interesting.
Wait a minute. That's his hat that you got. That's his hat. That's his hat, y'all. Y'all see the green right there? Wow. Wow. Kandy, I am just like, I'm flabbergasted. Like, true story. I just feel like there's so much talent out there, and you're presenting something to us that we've never seen before. I've never seen anything like this before, and I just want to give you your flowers while you can smell them. You are uber talented. No
Thank
need
you.
for the imposter syndrome. You are so talented. Just the thought process behind all of this is I'm speechless. Thank you, Miss Francis. I'm like, I'm stumbling over my words because I'm just like, this is amazing.
Thank
So one day
you.
you were like, I'm just gonna try with yarn. Like, how did you even think of this?
So because of middle school and all the
Mm-hmm.
resourcefulness, we played a
Mm,
lot with cutting things up and gluing things and like just creating pieces that were multimedia. And I
mm,
think that that like really empowers the messaging behind my work. So when I
mm,
get bored with painting, I
mm,
try other mediums. So fell in love with photography, and like I fell
mm,
in love with darkroom photography and trying to capture like a vulnerability, especially with men in my
mm,
family in those photographs.
mhm,
And then I
mhm,
cut the photographs and they became collages. And then I was introduced to printmaking. And then I fell in love with printmaking because you can also paint and draw with printmaking, but you can also cut paper. So then I went back to collaging. And then one day a piece of string fell from my clothes on my cityscape collage. And I was like, oh, I don't have to draw the power line anymore. This can become
mm.
like literally a connecting thread in the work that's supposed to symbolize power. So I fell in love with the idea of just like the thread as power line. And then one day I went to Michael's because ran out of thread. And I saw a little canvas. And as a painter, I'm like, oh, I can make a person out of thread. And they were terrible, by the way. So like this is something I have to say too. I mean, eventually they sold, but I
Mhm,
still think that they were terrible.
mhm,
So I
mhm.
made 3 small ones and I was like, this is not it. Like I could get so much more detail with painting. So
Yeah,
I left that
yeah.
and went back to painting
Mhm,
and went back to printmaking.
mhm.
And then Trayvon Martin happened.
Mm.
And I felt like I needed to make a piece that encapsulates, is that how you say it? That like
Yeah, yeah.
captures
Mhm,
um the feeling of otherness here. So I wanted to do yarn because I could paint in the background as well. And it
mm,
was also transparent so I could see through because of the hook rug mesh.
mhm, mhm,
So I took a picture of my boyfriend at the time, who now is my husband,
mhm,
also black man,
mhm,
also Caribbean. And I made him. And I'm like, how do I make an eye out of yarn? So that was the first time that I'm like learning, oh, you shouldn't pull this hard because you're pulling the mesh and then you
mhm.
get like a little crink
Yep.
inside the hook rug.
Mhm,
Oh, you shouldn't like, embroider like this because you're using too much yarn that you're
mhm,
not going to see on the other side. So what's the
mhm,
point?
mhm.
So like I learned a lot through that piece, and that piece was the one that was supposed to be on the floor. So that was my first like real yarn piece, and that was in 2016, and that
Wow.
was 7 feet. And then I was just like, okay, that's a one-time thing, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was applying to residencies and I was like, maybe I should try this yarn thing again.
Mm,
I got pregnant, so I couldn't paint or
mhm,
print make because of the solvents. Just
mhm,
very
mhm.
much like Visa Butler's story. When you become a mom, it like things just change. I don't know what ends up happening.
Changes, yes.
So I applied to a residency and I've been applying, but I've never got one. And I finally got one.
Mm,
And I was like, I'm doing the fiber stuff and I'm doing it in color.
mm,
And once I did it in color, I was like, "Oh, this is it. This is just like painting. Like this is my in my brain. I was like, this is painting. This is my paint colors.
Yeah.
This is the flatness. I could get thick. I could get really big brush strokes with the thicker
Yes.
yarn versus really thin brush strokes with the thinner yarn.
Yeah.
Um, and that residency was in 2021,
Wow. Wow. Wow.
and it
So
changed everything.
this piece that's up, can you talk
Oh,
a little bit about it?
so this is Arsimer.
Mm-hmm.
Arsimer is super cool.
Mm-hmm.
She's a poet. She's also a performer. She's an artist of her own right. She's also like from Miami. Like the definition of like inner city Miami is Arsimer.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to do a piece of her, but
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do a piece where she wasn't standing but still
Mm,
commanded.
mm,
And she wasn't so serious, so she has like a little smirk, which
yeah.
I really liked in this
Yeah.
piece.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that I was going to do a second version of her. So with this one, I was like, oh, this will be my experiment. So like the little details, you'll see that she has, well, I don't even know if I took pictures of that, but she has like cowrie shells as a bracelet
Yeah.
around
I
her.
see it here. Mm-hmm.
So thinking about iconography within the work, I also knew that I wanted to cut her out and put her in a different kind of background. So Joanne Fabrics closed, and the only other place that we have really besides Walmart is Hobby Lobby. So I ended up going there and figuring out what background worked best with this piece.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought 4 different fabrics
Mm-hmm.
and I cut her out. I spray painted the shirt. So the shirt is like the hook rug mesh, but spray
Mm-hmm.
painted gold. So what really is yarn is her skin, you know,
Oh,
her face, her hair, her arm,
her
and then her
pants.
pants and the shoes. And then every the other stuff of her is just the hook rug mesh spray painted gold. And then the background I like sewed it onto
Mm-hmm.
so that it became part of that piece. So
This
I
is
really like it because even the background is, I don't even know what they're called, granny squares.
granny squares. Yeah.
I like the idea of like the granny square on top of this new form of freehand embroidery,
Yes.
like something
Yes.
so
Yes.
clean
Yes.
versus something so free but not really free, because you could, there's like preciseness in the pants too to make it look like jeans. um so I'm still experimenting, like the pieces that I have here in the back, I
Wait.
don't know
Wait.
what
Let
I'm
me.
gonna,
Wait. Wait.
oh,
You got. Wait. Let me remove
I don't
that
know
and
what
make
I'm
it big.
doing with these. So like maybe I should go in front so you guys can see like how close. I mean how big. Do. Oh, this is like all my yarn
Wow.
and then the other colors.
So, okay, 2 questions. First question is, if people wanted to send you yarn, how would we do that? Like if we were like, we want to send, I have a stash and I want to send you yarn, what would be the process?
Sending me a message on Instagram
Okay.
would be the best way.
Okay. I thought
So
I had
this
another question, but I don't. So go ahead.
this is how big this piece is. So I'm 5 feet 60 inches. And I am like by the neck part of her. And this is like the second arsimer. This is like the spray painted
Mm-hmm.
background.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm doing with that, but oh, and that's another piece too that I don't know what I'm doing with. I
Okay.
just
I know
get bored.
you say you don't know what you're doing with it, but are you going to cut out more mesh to put behind it so that you can do your thing, your yarn thingy? Like,
So I put fabric behind one, but I was like, I don't like the yellow one behind me. I don't really like that.
okay.
So I also put it behind the orange one, but I don't like it either.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm like, okay, well, if I put mesh, I want the mesh to be gold, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
because of its meaning.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to do a cityscape in the inside of that with the
Mm-hmm.
gold background.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of mm, gentrification that's happening in Miami, in the
Yeah.
inner cities and throughout America,
Out
like
the
it's
world, yeah,
wild.
America, yeah.
Um, where it becomes a problem because you are removing the culture from the space
Yeah.
and trying to say that you're uplifting, but you're really not uplifting. You're kicking people out and raising their taxes, and
Yeah.
then they got to figure out where they're going to live. And now
Yeah.
all of a sudden, their homes are not homes anymore. They're like sky rises that
Yeah.
shouldn't be there because we're already underwater.
Yep. Period.
So, Arsimer comes from one of those neighborhoods, and I want to depict that neighborhood. At least this is what's in my mind at the moment. I don't know what the piece is going to be. Um, but I'm gonna try it, and
Mhm.
if it works, it'll be part of that show in November. So this is like
Mm.
another one that I don't want to move too fast through because
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the stuff that I do is intuitive.
Mhm.
Even when I'm like making jeans or doing fingertips or whatever,
Mhm.
the direction of the yarn is always different.
Yeah.
I don't think about it. I just like work through it.
Wow.
And I like that because it ends up being better than me like planning out, oh, I'm going to make it look like super round. So it's all going to
Mm.
be like rounded. And it's just
Yeah.
like sometimes it just looks better if it's straight versus round,
Yeah.
like a painting.
All I could say is, excuse me, I am so thankful to Heather for introducing you to us. And I'm going to put the flyer up so that folks can see um, when the show is.
Oh, thank you. What?
I am going to be there.
We're going to party.
Yeah, do
Mm.
I need a RSVP or something? What I
No,
need to
just show up. Just show up. It's really a party. Like every time I have a solo at that in the gallery, it's
Mhm.
a party. It's
Okay,
fantastic.
I'm gonna be there, and I cannot wait. I will do my best to go live so that you guys can see it. But this is incredible. I'm so like, I don't know. I don't have words. Oops. I really, truly, honestly do not have words. So when you transport these pieces from
Oh,
Miami, like what's the process of, do you roll it? Like
yeah.
what, I would be stressed out.
I roll it. So I have like these thick tubes
Mhm.
that I roll it on just like a rug.
Okay. Okay.
And then they get shipped in these boxes and the
Mhm.
gallery gets it and does what they need to do. They need to archive it, take pictures, do their whole thing. And then they're the ones that send it out to shows. So we
Wow.
plan, and it's been a little crazy this fall
Mhm.
because there's that show that's happening. There's another show in Sarasota at the Ringling College of Art and Design that opens today.
Mm.
And I'm in the show with Faith Ringgold again.
Wow.
And Romare Bearden is part of the show. And Jacob Lawrence is. I'm just like, what? Like, it's wild.
Yes.
So that's opening today, but the party is on the 30th. So
Okay.
anyone in Florida, come out. And then there's another solo that's happening at the Armory Art Center here in Palm Beach, Florida. That's a big solo show, and that opens November 3rd. And then I have another solo show in Paris, which also sounds like crazy. And that's already open. So it's part of the art walk, art Basel situation that's happening in Paris. And I just came back 3 days ago because there was a reception for that. So that was awesome.
Oh my gosh.
So
I'm
there's a
on
lot.
the line with a real deal artist today. I'm so excited. Like, oh my gosh, she's the real deal. This is so incredible. From a little girl who wasn't sure what she wanted to do to a woman who is commanding the room is just
Thanks.
such. It's just amazing. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for your future. I'm so excited to see the show in November. I want more people to know who you are within this community so they can know, how much you can do with yarn. Like it's not limited to a single crochet, double crochet, treble crochet. Like you just said, you don't even know how to crochet,
I
which
don't.
I'm gonna need you to do something. You gonna have to learn
My
something,
grandmother has been trying, and I'm just like,
girl.
I'm not patient. Like,
You can do it,
bro.
you can do it. I'm gonna have to bring you a hook when I come to the show on the first because
What I have I have this whole bag of like the long stick ones. I don't know if you can see that.
did you just say the long
What
stick?
are they called?
What do you have in the bag? Let me see.
Let me show you. Hopefully, I don't like.
The long stick ones.
I don't know what they're called. Like
Okay,
these. What are
those are
these?
knitting needles.
Aha. I have.
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't mean that I won't use them at some
Uh-huh.
point. It's just, they're
In the
just,
artwork, you're gonna put it, you're gonna use it.
I don't know. So I have
Yeah.
like different sizes and stuff.
Yeah. Those are knitting needles.
Awesome. I don't know how to knit either, but I
Oh,
have them.
well,
You know,
crocheting is easier than knitting, in my opinion.
crocheting has a hook.
Crocheting has a hook.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crocheting is the one tool where knitting is you need to. Um, I'm so excited for you, Kandy. And again, I cannot wait until November 1st because I am there with bells on, and I hope I get to meet you. And like I said, I'm going to tell as many people as I can about you and about this amazing craft and art that you
Thank you
have because
so
it's
much.
incredible.
Everybody's invited.
Incredible. Yeah, everybody's invited.
Bring
Well,
friends. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm gonna tell all the people. Thank you again so much for hanging out with us. I did not know we were going to be on for an hour.
Surprise.
But thank you so much for hanging out with us. I really do appreciate you. I'm gonna say bye-bye to my friends, but you can leave us with your parting words. Go for it.
I think somebody asked what's my Instagram. It's my name. So it's Kandy G Lopez. There's also a YouTube, Kandy G Lopez Art. There's also Facebook, same handle, and there's also TikTok, same handle. I'm trying to keep it all like consistent as like, a brand. That's something that's, you gotta do that.
That's what you gotta do.
I would tell the audience to play. Like, don't be so scared of making like the best work. Just make something. Like it could be a little butterfly on a sheet of paper, or you can cut things up while you're on the bus or the train or a plane or wherever you're at. Just like doodle, because you never know what those doodles might do.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, Kandy. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Are you teaching today?
No, it's Friday. It's studio day. So I'm in here working away.
All right. Work away. Thank you again for your time and your talent. We are so excited that we got to meet you today.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend. I'm going to say bye to my friends on the other end.
Okay, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Y'all. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Wow, thank you so much, Heather, for introducing us to Kandy. She's incredible, a real deal artist. And I definitely plan to be at the show on November 1st on my way to Connecticut. My husband's just gonna have to suck it up. We going to the show because I need to see this stuff in living color. I'm not sure where Heather is today. I hope all is well with her. Thank you to everybody who came on after we got started. Really appreciate you being in the audience. I hope you were inspired by Kandy and that you will definitely follow her on social media and learn more about this amazing craft that she has. I want to say congratulations again to Monica V of California. You're the winner of last week's Vixen Hooks and Book giveaway. And then Catherine C of California, you are the winner of the book by Coco Lee, The Disney Villains. Next week's prize is 3 Vixen hooks. I want to remind you that this beautiful hook was released this week. If you haven't gotten it already and you want a new hook, this is the one you should get. For Halloween, some of y'all are going to get this super cute sticker. And I think that's it. All right, everybody, have an amazing weekend. Go and do something creative. Y'all, I am working on a kidney. I have been at wit's end. I was trying to use this what's it and try and figure out if I can make a kidney. I'm trying to make kidney earrings for somebody. Y'all pray for me. Okay. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. Some way, somehow, I am going to figure it out. Scully Boy here. We missed you. Where you been? Hope that you are okay. I'm so glad that you guys joined again and hung out with me for a whole hour, y'all. Y'all hung out for a whole hour. I really do appreciate you. I will talk to you guys soon. Make sure you are taking really good care of yourself. Rolling your neck, your shoulders, your wrists. I'm getting ready to go for a walk. I will talk to you all soon. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.